Neo Retro. No, I'm not talking about the new Matrix movie, which, by the way, Jack just reminded me when the first one came out, he was 2 years old. I was in college, dick. In the motorcycling world, Neo Retro has become such a big deal in the past couple of years because you're celebrating the style of the past without compromising modern features and performance. Bikes like the BMW R90, the Bonnevilles of Triumph, the Scramblers of Ducati. Beautiful bikes, very popular in the past couple of years, and it's easy to see why. They look great, they perform awesome. So, if you're into these style of bikes but you don't want to break the bank, well then we have a list for you. Here are the top 5 best value for money Neo Retro bikes in the Philippine market today, from behind the desk. If you're looking for a Neo Retro motorcycle to stand out from the vast majority of naked and standard Neo Retro motorcycles, the Royal Enfield Meteor 350 is one of the most affordable cruisers you can get your hands on with modern features. The Meteor 350 starts at just 232,000 Philippine pesos and is equipped with a 350cc air-cooled fuel-injected engine, pumping out 20.2 horsepower and 27 Nm of torque, made it to a 5-speed manual gearbox. The Meteor 350 is styled with a classic peanut-shaped fuel tank, mid-set foot pegs, a 19-inch front wheel, and an 18-inch rear wheel. The features and components of the Meteor 350 are fully modern with a digital and analog gauge cluster combo, Bluetooth connectivity for mobile devices, a halogen headlamp with LED daytime running lights, an LED taillight, and a USB charger. Yes, I know what you're thinking. What 350cc? Bitin pa sa expressway, sayang naman. Yeah, I know. I feel you on that one. If you're looking for one of the most affordable ways to enter the 700cc class of motorcycles dressed in a Neo Retro fashion, the CF Moto 700 CLX is the motorcycle to get. Released just this 2021, the CLX 750 comes at just 369,000 Philippine pesos and is fitted with a 693cc parallel twin engine that sends 73.75 horsepower and 68 Nm of torque to a 6-speed manual transmission. The 700 CLX is equipped with a round digital gauge cluster, a USB charging port, a 13-liter fuel tank, Pirelli MT60 dual sport tires, LED lights all around, an upside-down front fork, cruise control, and multiple rider modes. The 700 CLX is without a doubt one of the most bang-for-your-buck motorcycles you can get in this category, which makes it a great motorcycle for those looking for that Neo Retro spice. All the features that you get with this bike, it is unheard of at this price point. I'm really impressed with this bike, and as I said in our video, that I was expecting for the bike to be good for its price. But I was wrong. It's actually a good bike, period. The Triumph Trident 660 is one of the newest releases in the 650cc class of motorcycles and is a crowd favorite among Neo Retro motorcycle enthusiasts. The Trident 660 is the most expensive motorcycle on our list at 499,000 Philippine pesos, but it is worth every penny. The Trident 660 features a unique liquid-cooled 12-valve dual overhead cam inline 3-cylinder 660cc engine, which sends a healthy 80 horsepower and 64 Nm of torque to the rear wheel through a 6-speed gearbox. The Trident is fitted with all the bells and whistles, including multiple rider modes, a digital gauge cluster, a full LED lighting system, self-canceling LED indicators, and your standard anti-lock braking system. Plus, of course, traction control. While many of these features are quite premium in themselves, what makes the Trident 660 quite special is the 3-cylinder mill, which produces a linear power band and a very unique exhaust note. Of all the bikes in this list, this is probably the bike that I probably would have purchased if it was available when I was buying my first big motorcycle. Next up, we have a crowd favorite for riders who fancy naked sport and scrambler motorcycles in a Neo Retro package. Priced at just 175,000 Philippine pesos, the Husqvarna Svartbilen 200 is one of the most well-equipped Neo Retro motorcycles in its class. The Svart 200's Swedish minimalist design is accompanied by an LED taillight and a bright LED headlamp, which throws a very crisp beam onto the road, and is perhaps one of the best headlights in motorcycles of this class. On top of this, the Svart 200 comes standard with a 6-speed gearbox, a Bosch anti-lock braking system, aluminum handlebars with a crossbar, a water cooling system, a premium set of inverted 43mm front forks, a preload adjustable rear monoshock, and the same basic components found on the bigger Svartbilen 401. Not to mention the fuel efficiency of this MC. You get over 40 kilometers per liter. It's kind of like riding a scooter, but looking really cool. And finally, we have the extremely popular Yamaha XSR 155. Priced at 162,000 Philippine pesos, the XSR 155 is a close alternative to the Husqvarna Sparkballoon 200. They are priced not too far from each other, just a difference of about 13,000 Philippine pesos, and are both dressed with similar features. Full LED lighting all around, a digital gauge cluster, an inverted front fork, and monoshock rear suspension. Unfortunately, the XSR 155 in the Philippines does not come with ABS. Now, despite the similarities, the XSR 155 differentiates from the Sparkballoon 200 in more ways than one. The XSR 155 is styled more like a classic retro motorcycle, as against the Sparkballoon's more neo-futuristic and angular look. On top of this, the XSR 155 does come with a slightly smaller engine at about 150 cc's, which produces a healthy 19 horsepower and 14.7 Nm of torque, which is still competitive with the Spark 200's power figure. Lastly, the XSR 155 does come with a very stylish Yamaha Delta Box chassis and dependable Japanese reliability. Yamaha's XSR is one of the most popular names in the neo-retro segment, and the XSR 155 is the best possible way to get into it. Well folks, there you have it, the top 5 best value for money neo-retro bikes in the Philippine market today. Let us know what you think in the comment section below, and also if you want to know a little bit more about those bikes, you can log on to www.motodeal.com.ph. This has been Jinno Rufino from Behind the Desk. Free helmets coming soon. Follow us on our different social media accounts.